Marcus ponders. It's finally happening. After 8 months, Donald Trump and his cronies, led by Reichsfuhrer Stephen Miller, are going after free speech. The administration's latest authoritarian acts began on Monday, when J.D. Vance, the sociopathic sycophant of our nation's crime boss, hosted Charlie Kirk's podcast in the wake of his unjust assassination last Wednesday, and laid out his plans to crack down on left-wing movements, referring to them as the institutions that promote violence and terrorism in our own country. Of course, it goes without saying that the only institution promoting violence in this country is the Republican Party, and that Vance's rhetoric will only do more to bring this country to the brink of a civil war, which seems to be the endgame of both foreign and domestic adversaries, which also happens to be the same thing our military is sworn to protect this country from. The crusade continued on Monday night, when Pam Bondi proclaimed that hate speech that crosses the line into threats of violence was not protected by the First Amendment, and on Tuesday, when Donald Trump himself said that speech that treats him unfairly will be a part of any legal proceedings, which means there will be a whole conga line of people waiting to go to jail for what is a First Amendment right, sent there by a vindictive, wannabe tyrant. Then last night, the assault took another turn when ABC suspended talk show host Jimmy Kimmel after Nexstar, the owner of several different ABC affiliates, pulled the show from air, and the FCC threatened to take action against them. The suspension came in the wake of comments that Jimmy Kimmel made about Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, suggesting that MAGA was trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them. Between the doxing of people who criticized Charlie Kirk in the past and the full-on suspension of television personalities, the Trump administration has made it clear that dissidents of any kind will not be tolerated. Obviously, the people who celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk are in the wrong. And as I said the other night, regardless of his political views, no one deserves to die in such a horrifying way. But there is a difference between hate speech and speech that criticizes government officials. But in a fascist society, that line no longer exists. And now the administration is openly proclaiming that saying any negative thing about the president is hate speech, and therefore prosecutable. It's unjust and it's wrong. These actions represent a clear escalation of the growing civil crisis that is coming to the surface. I cannot say if this will lead to a full-scale civil war, but I can say that the violence and the rhetoric is only going to get worse. What's your take on all this? Let me know in the comments or shoot me an email at the address in the description.